Hello everybody, this is Adam here once again with a chakra video, and we're going to be breaking down the solar plexus chakra, what it means, the characteristics of it, and how to activate or balance it. If you haven't seen the previous two chakra videos, which are the root chakra and the sacral chakra, I highly recommend you watch those before diving deep into this one. This one is a very intense chakra, and you need those two stable before you even touch this one because of its importance to outside confidence. This is the radiate your power in the world chakra. This one is characterized by the expression of will, personal power, mental abilities, and the energy that you exude upon others. Discovering this particular chakra is incredibly important for self-esteem and self-confidence. But before we go into it, let's go through some outlining characteristics that might be important for you and the remedies that will come about later when we get to if it is imbalanced. The location of this chakra is 2 inches above your navel. So it's right there, right next to it. It's right in the pit of your gut. When you trust your gut, when people say that, that means that this chakra is opened. It's out, and you just do it. The color of this chakra, which is weird because of the element that's associated with it, is yellow. It's very interesting, and this one is actually a range of yellows. So it will become more apparent. A more golden yellow, vibrant person will have a very high frequency chakra in this case. The original Sanskrit language, original name is Manipura, and the element is fire. I believe they did this because of its intensity upon the world. But why it wasn't red, I will never particularly know. Maybe it's just the connection with the root chakra, which is still a very important chakra to go to. The healing stones for this chakra, if you would like a further explanation on that, are very much similar to the sacral chakra, except it's on the other end of the spectrum. So, amber is the one that generally gives you mental clarity and promotes confidence. I will obviously have links to these stones in the description below if you care to see it. Any purchase using those links will not only benefit me, but will give you a discount overall. So please consider doing that. Citrine is a pale yellow semi-precious stone that is called the Success Stone. It is used to cleanse and balance this particular chakra and increase personal empowerment and confidence. The Lemon Quartz, which is a very bright yellow one. This one is my personal favorite one, other than one we'll get to later. And this one, it does the same thing, except it's just a very, very prominent yellow, very shiny. It's a quartz, but it's called a lemon quartz. Yellow jasper, which is more like sandstone, or red jasper, so it's a little more of a muted yellowish color. This one is more for the balancing of this chakra, and it's a stone of protection. The yellow tourmaline, it's another semi-precious yellow stone. It's not entirely my favorite physically. It is good for detoxifying the body and cleansing of the chakra. I've never had any great luck with it. I primarily use the next one, which is Tiger's Eye, which is also a protection stone, and it's very good for grounding this chakra so it doesn't become so erratic. This is one that I've particularly struggled with because my solar plexus chakra is very active, and I have a stone, and obviously my bracelet that I wear has some lava rocks, which we'll get into later. That's more of a general thing, and a tiger's eye on the other side. And I wear it pretty much every day. So this one's more of a breakdown of the characteristics of this, because there's a lot to this chakra. The willpower or personal power, taking responsibility for one's life or taking control is another one. So if you feel like your life is kind of erratic, this is kind of what's going on here. This one's imbalanced, and I will obviously go through and will help at least maybe give you some ideas to calm it down, balance it out, and maybe unlock its power. Mental abilities, the intellectual side. So critical thinking and doing tests and stuff, it's more about that taking control aspect. You have a tendency to think clearer when this chakra has been unlocked. Forming personal opinions and beliefs. So we've already kind of broken down about the age of this one. This one is between 18 and 25, when you really kind of discover who you are and the beliefs that you have, no matter what it is, religion, government, civil issues that are arise, and, all of that stuff, those kinds of personal opinions and beliefs and actions that go with it is the cause of this. The making decisions and setting a direction for your life is this, and I've had this issue before in my past. So that's kind of why if you feel directionless, your chakra is just kind of imbalanced. Clarity of judgments, kind of the same thing, very much a who you are thing. Personal identity, self-assurance and confidence, self-discipline and independence. All of those are the energies it's just the centralized thing of who you are as a person, no matter what. So this chakra can be very easily manipulated as well. There is not really a reason of why. Maybe it's because it's so close to who you are physically is why this happens. But, it's just a really bad thing. It's a very intense chakra. It's a very good chakra to hone into. It's a very good chakra to have it, because this one will, this is the success chakra. So let's go through individual imbalances and possibly some ways to combat that, and then we'll go through some affirmations and we'll call it. Oh, also, the animal for this chakra, particularly because of the power in the Hindu religion and the Hindu based that chakras arise from, the consensus is that it's the ram, or I have seen in certain cultures the hippo. Both very powerful animals, and it's good to surround yourself with a sculpture or a picture of those animals to kind of rebalance out this chakra. So the imbalances of this chakra can manifest as such: extensive control and authority over your environment and people. So being very bossy, very pretentious, and very overbearing to others. The opposite is definitely there as well. Feeling of helplessness, irresponsibility, timid is another reason, and depending on if it's closed or imbalanced, will be there. The imbalancement is the excessive control of authority, and the closure entirely is actually going to be the feeling of helplessness. Being obsessed with minute details, seeing life through a filter of plus and minuses with losing sight of the whole picture. So if you're being very nitpicky and it's very difficult for you to find this kind of center that you are craving, that's a reason for it. Being manipulative, misusing your power. So if you're a person of authority towards a spouse, if that's the relationship that you have, children, anything of that nature, if you're a boss, if you're being very assertive with your control and threatening people about their livelihoods because you're the boss, quote unquote, the solar plexus chakra that you have is incredibly imbalanced. Luckily, you can fix it, and we're going to go through that here soon. A lack of clear direction, a lack of purpose or ambition, which is something that I even still struggle to this day. Making plans or having a lot of ideas without finding efficient ways to realize them. I'm going to do a big thing. I'm going to get a new job. I'm going to start a business. I'm going to do this without thinking. Sometimes details are fine. They really are, but it's about execution. And the hesitation of that execution means that your solar plexus chakra is imbalanced. Now, when your solar plexus chakra is balanced, you're assertive. You're not mean. You're assertive. It's like, this works. Please listen. I guarantee you it'll work. That kind of stuff. Exert your will in a way that leads to the expected results somewhat effortlessly. So, like I said, I know what I'm doing. Please listen. Without being overbearing and dominant. It's not being dominant. It's about being assertive. There is a big difference. It's definitely not bad to be a little bit assertive. Having harmonious relationships with your surroundings. If everything is working well and you are doing everything right and everything is going great for other people, that's kind of what this is. So, with, all of that, how do you balance this? How do you balance that stress, the insomnia, the aggression, the uncontrollable emotions that you probably feel with this chakra? Meditation is always a good thing. This is something that I have never experienced. Expose yourself to yellow. There are some people who say, bring a bright yellow ball and meditate around it. Look at yellow. Once again, my little projector, I can put on any color that I want in a very calming, pleasing to the eye tone. This one personally balanced itself out once I got my sacral one out, which is always a good thing. Let's see here. Taking a walk out in nature is also beneficial. It's a fire. It's setting up a campfire. Go camping. Look at the flames. Feel it. Expose yourself to the element that this chakra is associated with, and I guarantee you'll be okay. There are some yoga poses, but we're not going to go into it. The diet is very clear about this one as well. Bring a lot of yellows and oranges into your life. Even if you don't physically see it, eat it. Your body will know what it is. If you like bananas, sunflower seeds, sweet potatoes, lemons, corn, yellow pears, squash, brown rice, any of those, obviously still from nature, and it's very good for you, but that exposure to that light color is the best way to do that. Also, look at yourself and be assertive about how you feel. Be confident. And I know it's hard for some, but here's something that I did for, when I was going through my worst time, and I have a spiritual advisor, and maybe I'll do a video about her later. But my spiritual advisor told me something that was very profound to me. I never thought about doing it, and she was very adamant that I do this. Once again, that assertiveness that she really exhibited really gave me the confidence to do this. When you wake up in the morning, every single morning until you feel confident, don't look at your phone, don't look at an iPad, don't look at a computer yet. Go into your bathroom, stare yourself in the mirror, and smile. Don't say anything, just smile for 5 minutes. Excuse me. For 5 minutes, you will feel that brightness. I have never experienced anything like this. It was so profound. That's why I'm telling this. I could not stop doing it. I stood up straight and I made myself confident by my body language. It's hard for me to sit down, because of my confidence. Also, it's really good for your back, and I've lost like 5 pounds. It's great. But keeping your body in a rhythm and, back straight, shoulders back. Another one that I learned from Tony Robbins, actually, who is a great inspiration to me personally when I went through my spiritual journey. I listened to his Laws of Attraction CD cassette tape thing. Oh God, this was years ago. Jesus. But he told me something great, and obviously not me personally, but for a little bit of time, if you're feeling that you are not as confident as you should, walk around your house like you have a cape on. So, there's a cape flowing behind you. You feel like a superhero. You can do anything, and just walk around like that. And walk around like that for, 5-10 minutes maybe. Until you feel that confidence. You'll feel it like in your core, and that's what that does. It unlocks that solar plex. So, and also there are chants. The mantra for the third chakra is RAM. So say that, with confidence, RAM. But, it's a very powerful thing. This one you will see a big change. You'll be a lot more confident in your decisions. And I do thank you for listening. With that, this is a self-acceptance and boundaries that are most useful for this chakra, and the affirmations that we're about to go through are closely tied with strength and a healthy sense of self. So before we get into it, I want to thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications when I release the next video, and I hope you all have a great day, and check out the links down below in the description for all of the content, and follow me on social media. I believe in myself. I love and accept myself. I am confident in all that I do. I can achieve anything I desire. I am successful. I deserve to be loved and respected by those around me. Thank you.